Love is a beautiful thing, but it's also fragile. One moment, it feels like the strongest force in the world, and the next, it slips away like sand through your fingers. The hardest part? Realizing that the person you once meant everything to is no longer in love with you. But how do you know for sure? What are the silent signals that say, "I don't love you anymore"? In this video, we're diving into 6 undeniable behaviors that reveal when someone has fallen out of love. Some of these signs might be subtle, while others are painfully obvious. But one thing is for sure: once you see them, you can't ignore them. Stay with us till the end, because the last sign is the most heartbreaking of them all. Let's get started. 1. They stop making an effort. In the beginning, love feels effortless. They text you first, plan surprises, and show up for you no matter what. But when love fades, so does the effort. They no longer initiate conversations. You used to wake up to good morning texts or random thinking of you messages. Now, silence. They cancel plans or avoid making them altogether. If you always have to be the one planning dates or asking to spend time together, that's a big red flag. They stop noticing the little things. Whether it's your new haircut or the way you're feeling after a long day, their indifference speaks louder than words. When someone is still in love, they want to make an effort. If that effort disappears, so has their love. 2. Their body language becomes cold and distant. You don't need words to feel someone pulling away. Body language can be just as powerful as spoken words, if not more. They stop making eye contact. Love thrives on connection, and eye contact is a huge part of that. If they barely look at you anymore, something's off. They avoid physical touch. Whether it's holding hands, hugging, or just casual touches, if your partner flinches away or stops initiating, they might not feel the same way anymore. They physically distance themselves. Do they sit farther away from you? Do they no longer lean in when you talk? Their body is telling you what their words aren't. The shift from warmth to coldness isn't accidental. It's a sign their feelings have changed. 3. Conversations feel forced or one-sided. Once upon a time, talking to them felt like second nature. Now, it's like pulling teeth. They give short, uninterested responses. You pour your heart out and all you get is, or okay. Conversations that once flowed effortlessly now feel like a chore. They stop asking about your day. If they no longer care about what's happening in your life, that's a major sign their interest is fading. They avoid deep or meaningful discussions. Love thrives on emotional connection. If they only talk about surface-level things and avoid anything real, they're emotionally checking out. Love isn't just about physical presence. It's about emotional presence. If they're mentally somewhere else, their heart might be too. They start prioritizing others over you. Love naturally makes someone want to put their partner first. But when love fades, so does that priority. They suddenly get too busy for you. Work, friends, hobbies, everything comes first, and you're left waiting for their leftover time. They confide in others instead of you. Used to be their go-to person for everything? If they start leaning on friends, coworkers, or even strangers instead, they're emotionally distancing themselves. They seem happier when you're not around. If they light up around others but seem drained around you, their feelings may have changed. A person in love makes time. A person falling out of love makes excuses. 5. They become easily irritated by you. When love is strong, patience and understanding come naturally. But when it fades, even the smallest things can annoy them. They snap over little things. Something that used to make them laugh now gets on their nerves. They start unnecessary arguments. If they pick fights over trivial issues, they might be looking for reasons to create distance. They seem more negative around you. A once loving and caring partner now seems cold, distant, or even resentful. If their patience with you has vanished, so might their love. 6. They stop saying "I love you," or it feels empty. This is the most painful sign of all. They say it less and less. What used to be a daily affirmation becomes something you barely hear. They say it, but it feels forced. Sometimes they might still say, "I love you," but something's missing. The warmth, the emotion, the meaning. They completely avoid it. You say, "I love you," and instead of saying it back, they just smile or change the subject. Love isn't just about words, it's about how those words make you feel. If "I love you" feels hollow, their heart might already be somewhere else. Conclusion: what should you do now? Recognizing these signs is painful, but it's also necessary. If you see these behaviors in your partner, it's time to have an honest conversation. Ask yourself, are they going through a tough time, or is their love truly fading? Have you both stopped nurturing the relationship? Is this something you can work on together, or is it time to walk away? Sometimes love fades naturally. Other times, it can be reignited with effort and communication. But one thing is for sure: you deserve to be in a relationship where love is alive and thriving. Don't settle for someone who stays just out of habit. Seek the love that you truly deserve.